Mr. Karate Jesus here, and I'm here with another video here, showing my techniques in Auto Autodesk Sketchbook Pro. And as you can see here in this video, this is one of my original characters that I created for my comic book, Omen. The character is named Zrijah. As you can see, she has the alien look going on, and she's kind of like the main girl of the comic, and kind of one of my favorite characters I drew up, besides the main guy. But I'm going to color her. As you can see, I already inked her and everything. So I'm going to show you my techniques I use to color in this program. And let's get right on to this. Now, as you can see, I have all my different layers here. I got every layer set up for this. Anyway, you can see this is the my logo. But I got my shadow layers, line layers, all different type of layers I do because I like to work with layers. So I'm gonna go and get and put in my colors. So as you can see, I already got my color set up right here that I want to use. And if you wanted to do something like this, the only thing you have to do is, like I said, click here and take this square, just drag it right there. Voila. You have your color palette ready, which colors you're going to use for the specific painting. Now, right now I'm going to attack the skin. And this color is what I got for the skin. So I'm going to go to my brushes, make sure everything is set the way I want it. I want to have opacity, hot brush. Increase the size of my brush a little bit. And I'm just going to start applying it. I'm not really caring about the, being inside the lines, because I'm going to fix that. Just getting on where I'm going to hit the skin at. So, I got what I want. Now I just come here to my brush. And start erasing the areas that do not want to have that color. Gotta fix that. and it's like one of my, like I said before, one of my favorite characters that I did design. I'm a big, as you see, I'm a big fan of that sci-fi atmosphere. You know, I like my sci-fi movies and stuff like that. All right, come back here. Oops, I fixed that. Fix it up. Hey, not computer. Hey. Computer was running kind of iffy right there. Could Zrijah come to life? That sexy killer alien lady. Wow. I did The idea I got from this character was because I'm a big fan of Star Wars and I love the Mass Effect series, and Liara and Samari from the Mass Effect kind of, I was kind of thinking that when I was drawing this character. Oh man, I fix that. I ain't meant to do that. By far, like one of the best artistic programs out there. I tried them all. From at first, I tried to draw in Photoshop, and I just couldn't get it down. I mean, it's very annoying to me, especially if you don't. And when I started on the Photoshop, I didn't have a Wacom tablet. I had a normal, generic little tablet, so I couldn't really do the pressure sensitive stuff that I wanted, and like I do on pencil and paper. And digital art is kind of is a great feeling, but it never takes away from the traditional hand style drawing. And that's why I like this program right here. You can get some real good quality sketches and inks, like, and you could mess around with the settings, and it looks like you actually sketched it out on paper. Like, it's not called SkecthBook Pro for nothing. It can time some real defined work and make it look like you sat there on a pen, piece of paper, and pad and just went all crazy with your art. Not a lot of programs can do that. Like Manga Studio, I used that for a while for my inking and coloring because I use it to set up my comic. But it was some things about it I just didn't like, the pencil tool, and it just looked too generic digital. I mean, you knew it was digital when you drew it. Uh, it's like where I went to a comic book convention and I was there as a artist, for the artist gallery in the Motor City Con, and one of the guys came up to me, saying, "How fast can I draw on pencil to paper?" Because he saw my art at the time and he really could tell that I was doing it on digital. So he was pretty much saying like, so you can't really draw on pencil or paper. I really look at him like, dude, are you really trying to doubt my skills? And like, no. So I pull out a pad and really sketched a full. I mean, I wouldn't say it was fully detailed, but it was detailed enough to know what it was in like a couple of seconds or minutes. And he was kind of shocked, but at the same time, I think the dude was kind of full of himself because he was just talking out envision type crap. You know how you get them people that have them visions of what they want, but they just talking out, out there as, you know, you're not really looking for this, are you? How much you willing to pay for my talents? Because you talking all this and vision where you want to make a book or you want to do this, you want to do that, and all this stuff, and then my, art skills ain't coming for no cheap or no freeness. So we're gonna put a price tag on it. You know, maybe $25 for each book if you want color in or stuff like that. Something depending on how much you want. So when I named him a price of how much you want it, the dude just went like in a frozen steel, like, oh, yeah. Well, let me get your business card and all that stuff. Look for freebies. I ain't about to draw sit there draw 20-page comic book or something just for no fucking $100. You smoking crack, or I ain't about to draw you fully detailed characters for free. I don't know what's up with people nowadays. Wanting stuff for free like that, but you an artist out there. Don't sell yourself short. 'Cause people will try to take advantage of you, especially when you're a freelance struggling artist. It's crazy how this world do. People try to get by on us. People who ain't really, you know, got a lot. You know, but try to take abuse of your talent. But like I said, this program it can actually make your sketches look like you draw them up on actual pencil and paper. Now you see that we got the skin tone there. I'm gonna where my brush. At? I'm gonna come here and paint the areas that I maybe stick and erase. How don't work? Okay. Hey, y'all see me zooming in and out a lot. That's just a habit of mine. And now, go to the paintbrush. It's gonna be the pants layer. Increase the size of that a little bit. They're called small taquitos. That's a little dark. So what we do is bring the opacity down a little bit, so I can see the line ink. Oops. A big no. Never try to text and draw at the same time. You get that mistake. Don't it seem like when you in making something or doing something, people want to start contacting you right when you're doing that? That kind of pissed me off a little bit. Like, you wait till I start doing some artwork or recording a video or something, you want to just spam me with text messages and calls. Seem like they just know when you're doing it too. Like they just got a meter that tells you, I think my buddy's up there doing some videos or he working on some artwork. Let's bug the crap out of him. That let me know. Like a cowgirl for a second. Okay. 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 Now, let's see. Do I gotta tidy up some more of this over here? Oops, I'm way over there. I was like, where's my beloved crosshairs? Kind of like how this gun, not gun, but the program has like the crosshairs like on a Call of Duty game. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty much just of it right there. got a little corner over here. And we got to get the little area right here on the booty. That booty. All about that booty. Get my eraser tool. Just clean that up right there. We don't want the design on there to be the same color. Alright, and go here. Just raise the opacity back to what it's supposed to be. Voila. And we get my other new layer and add on some more parts. And just to be sure, I know I forgot to do something. And this is a major thing that you always should do. I forgot to save. Sometimes Autodesk has a tendency of crashing. Sometimes, I don't care, you use your 3ds Max, using Maya, or you using AutoCAD. They have a tendency of doing that. So just remember to save often, no matter what program you're using. You don't want to be one of the people who's working on something that all of a sudden that it just mess up everything. Now I'm going to select that. Go on this layer. Yeah, I have it behind the skin. I'm just going to go to my brush again. Oh, already on the brush. Oh, wow. I didn't even select that, paint that area. Ooh, doing that, let me know there's some, as you can see, you still see some of the skin color over there, so I got to correct that. Look at the breasts. Look at them gazongas, as you want to call them. Alright, go back to the skin here. I'm going to go get my eraser. Just get rid of all that unwanted purple blue that don't supposed to be on that skin, on that clothes area. Went a little bit too far. think I here. I don't know why the Final Fantasy 7 Final Fantasy period song just popped in my head. Why is that not changing? Okay. Now we gotta start getting. I just hate when I does that. Clean up the what I don't want it to be brown at. I remember being at my college. I went to, I went there for game design, and by the way, I am starting a game project, so I'll probably be posting some tutorials on developing, showing the process of that, and probably make videos or tips on how to make like platform animation and some coding and stuff like that. Because you can't really find it on the internet. So, help out local independent people like myself. We got to keep ourselves, connected and networking. But I was forced to take this class about character development, and I thought it was like teach you how to build better story for the characters for that. No, it was actually teach you how to design characters. And got a text. But it wasn't about design through the 3D program at the time. It was about design drawing. The rules of like some basic superheroes like Superman, Goku, Batman. Characters like these, you probably draw them. Most of them be like 6 to 7 heads tall, especially for a male. And the female would be probably like 5 to 4.5 heads tall, and so on like that. It was cool to know that knowledge because, like I said, I just used to just draw like whatever. But it was a waste of time because the teacher would try to teach us how to draw. And for me, I never really did the techniques unless I draw like an animation. I never really do the techniques that you would see a lot of people using the shapes or a circle, the line. I never really use that unless I'm doing an animation, like drawing a character in animation. Then I use that technique. I just I just draw what I see. If I'm mostly it's a habit of mine. I'm going to show you a video. I usually start out with the ears, no matter what I draw. And the character might not even have ears, as you can see. This character, you don't even see her ears, but I do it anyway. Take that back. You do see it right here. I gotta erase that. Oh, my bad. But you see where I start out at, and I just erase this and do stuff. It's just a starting point for me. So the class was just kind of pissed me off. I was forced to take that, and you know, to me, I think it was a waste of money. But you know how colleges try to get over on us. They hustle us. But there was a people in my classroom that had they looked at drawing like it was a death sentence. Like you were forcing to draw. And it's like some of the characters say you gotta. Instructor says we're doing the drawing assignment. Oh my god! It's like why? I never understood why people get so upset over drawing. Everyone could draw. You may not look as detailed as that other person, or may not be better, but you could draw. And the tendency I've seen people that do draw, and just for fun, they may have a thing where they don't like drawing female characters. Now, my best advice if you don't really draw, like, are good at drawing a female type anatomy and you don't want to take an anatomy course. Myself, I haven't took an anatomy course at all. I just drew so much, read so many Marvel, DC comics. I just drew so many, Wonder Woman and, you know, Batgirl, Storm, because they were some of my favorite female characters. I drew them so much when I was little. I just got a feel of how the female body is. And if you can't do it like that, I always say this. Most comics you see, or cartoons, or anything in this world today, when you see a female body, think of two shapes. Myself, I think of the pear, small top but a big bottom, or the fit body as I got her more like a Amazonian type figure. Cause like I said, I'm a fan of Wonder Woman, and the classic the Coca-Cola bottle never fails you if you having trouble drawing a female body. The Coca-Cola bottle will serve you right. It's a great technique for beginners, and I would tell anyone to use that technique because it will help you very good. Just look at a Coca-Cola bottle or a pear, draw a woman body off that. I mean, it depends on what you like. Now, I know my biggest problem is, and I've been working on it lately, is I had a friend tell me why don't I draw big girls, and she saw all my comic book heroes. She loved my art, but she was like, you don't show the big girls love, and stuff like that. I like, well, I really don't have. I really don't, you know, got nothing that I plan out for a big girl. So why would I even draw? All my stories or what I'm envisioning at the time don't revolve around a big lady. So it's it's something I'm practicing on right now. I probably when I get better at it or something like that, I'll probably do a video to teach you guys that, you know, what she been pestering me about. Gotta show love for the big girls. It's just, you know, at the same time, people got to try to get you to do something to fit them. Because, like I said, most people may read a comic book or something, and be like, "Man, this character cool and all, but I don't feel no common goal with it." All right, I think that's what I want to hit right there. as you can see. Now, what I'm going to do here is, this is laying down the flat. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish the flats on this character. And the next video, we're going to go in detail of adding more detail with effects and maybe texture in the character to give it a more realistic look. So I hope you enjoy watching this video, and tune in for part 2 of the video. And for all y'all, you know, for more tutorials or see any speed paintings or anything else like that, please tune in to Untamed Gorilla Games YouTube channel, and please subscribe, and thank you all for even watching this video and supporting. Thank you, and tune in for more people.